Hello, people of the future, watching us crazily prep for TRansworld. We have a lot going on tonight. Stacy is kind of half project, half reading comments.
I'm helping.
I am, we don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll do something. And Rue is working on a Krampus mask that we're about to ship out. And that is our lives. I'm working on actually a set of stilt covers, hoof stilt covers for a pan costume, which we're taking to TRansworld. And I think you guys will be happy to see that because I think it's looking great. Anyway, let me say hello to
everybody and their dog.
Rylan Chow, Jordan Bunce, John C., Tuckwork Studio, Anox on the Moon, South Omaha Horror, Tom Everard, Steam Reaper.
I believe you can get me through the night.
Yeah, I don't know all the words, but I knew the tune. All right, Sean Regal, good to see you on, sir. Ross Richard, help me, Rhonda. Hello.
Help me, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda. I don't recognize that name.
Are you new?
I think you're new. You're getting a Beastman fist bump right there. That is for Help Me, Rhonda, who is new. Ike Camacho, Tina Kuziak, it's good to see you on. Sonny Moore Lawrence, Big Dan Tattooer, Steve Dolashaw, Hellwig Hollow Haunted Attraction, Cat Swift, Mr. Jimmy FXC, probably also in the middle of TRansworld craziness. Kim BDI Brad Kennedy, Mike Cherzanowski, June Ritchie, Sarah R., Scott Colehart, the moderator with the mostest extraordinaire moderator guy, Pops Latube, Poison Sumac, Crips, hello sir, Lockhart Monster Fab, hello. They have 2 new dogs, it looks like.
Hey.
I think I said Steve Dolashaw. We will see you at TRansworld. Resurrected Costumes is on, and Connie Pierce, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, who was just in the shop last weekend, and I missed her already. Line Cook Thor, Christian Ty Edwards, and the Blackest Sheep. I am finally caught up.
Says the Blackest Sheep says, can't wait to see you guys there, going for the first time this year.
Why don't you go to room cam while I wander about the shop?
Which direction? This direction? Yeah.
That's yeah. There's the Ruba Canva.
Rylan Burdett says, hello, long-time lurker, usually don't comment. You know what, Rylan, you get a Beastman fist bump.
You do get a Beastman fist bump.
Did it go? Did it do the do? Okay.
It did the do. Okay.
Mr. Jimmy says, yep, in the shop right now.
Yeah, and it's a little crazy. So I have to pull a foot over here. Pull my foot. That's what we do. Stacy's working on boots.
Das Boot.
For the big TW. TRansworld, if you don't know, is a big show that we do every year. It's where a lot of our income comes from.
The Super Bowl of
a good chunk of, it's where haunted houses go shopping. So we go there to sell to haunted houses. Do you have a timer going?
I do.
Okay, it's about to go off.
Excellent.
Like the party up in here? Maybe not.
Alexa, stop.
And you can go to phone cam now.
Shannon says, greetings, comrades.
Hey, wife. I will behave. My wife is watching.
And we'll let Rue know his Krampus reference photos were his message to him.
Okay.
Hello, Linecook Thor.
Hello.
He said, hi, Stacy. Jennifer Pugh saying hello to Shannon. Jennifer, did you get your Jonesy fix in this weekend? This last weekend? However many weekends ago. Big Dan Tattooer says this is like the camera angle from Paranormal Activity movie.
Yeah, well, it's the eye in the sky. I haven't really found a good home yet for.
It's a little gotcha-eyed. I think is what they're saying.
No, I think they meant that one.
Oh, okay.
Because that was very security camera.
In the corner there, it looked a little sideways. Not terribly so, just a little bit.
Go back to room cam. There you go, Big Dan. That's your Paranormal Activity camera. Right there.
Big Dan Tattooer says, well, it was.
And And now it's packed.
Jennifer Pugh says, yes, I got to touch Jones. He only deigned to let you put your human meat hands on him. That was nice of him.
Human meat hands.
John C says, mini yellow fist bump. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
You don't see it? It's a little,
Huh?
your phone is a little. Oh, hey, thank you, Brenda Bodwin.
Hello.
Super chatted us $5. Alien XA. Play, I always feel like somebody's watching.
Hey, no, that's I would get demonetized for that. I could sing it. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
And I get no privacy.
I got no privacy.
Whoa. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, you're back on the room cam. Hello, Stacy's mom. I would heat gun that. I've already got one plugged in over here.
Shannon said she texted you the
Awesome.
pictures.
Remember that time that you put tubes together? Are these they?
Yep.
Because you labeled them.
I did.
Got it.
Norman Vincent says, hello from the brewery.
Hello, Norman. Rue does not work at a brewery, but sometimes he smells like one. I do not.
Big Dan
Nice.
says, glad you guys are on. I've been laid up injured. Gives me something to watch.
I
Oh
hate
no,
that.
what'd you do?
Yeah, you hurt your knee, Dan? Something with your leg. I was seeing your posts on it.
Bro says, what's going to TRansworld?
You know what? So we are doing a line that we are calling Bootanicles. Go to this camera here. Let's go to this. Yeah. And you know what? We can even do what we have set out to do in the past.
The pip.
We can do the pips. So we're doing a line called Bootanicles, which is it's plant monster stuff. It's almost all plant monster stuff, which plants and fungus, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun and very different. This year, I really wanted to do stuff that I want to do a line of things. I don't want to. It seems like as a haunted house company, you feel obligated to check the boxes. Anytime someone says, I'm going to start a mask company, I can tell you what their first 5 masks are going to be. You know, one's going to be a clown, one's, you know what they're going to be. And I don't want that. I don't want to fall into that. I think that it's our job to kind of push haunts in a direction, make them make a choice. And even if they don't do what we're doing, if they're inspired by that out-of-the-box thinking, I think that's the way to go.
The Blackest Sheep says, me and my partner in crime are trying to learn all we can this year so we can start a new haunt here in KC, Witches Forge, Kansas. Kansas City's first year-round haunt and event space.
That's awesome. I love it.
Hey, Ezekiel Bradshaw says, hey, all.
Hey, hello from sunny Australia.
Hi, Az.
Are you in winter right now? What season?
No, they're in summer right now.
They were in summer during winter.
It's winter.
It's winter right now.
Oh, is it? This is winter.
He's your friend.
That's why I'm so pretty. So I'm not that smart.
John C. says, did Jennifer get to pet 3 big cute doggies at once?
Yes.
Big Dan Tattooer says leg. Oh yeah, sorry buddy. Barbie Beauty says, woohoo, trans madness. Hello Alan, crew, and creepers. Hope you're all doing
Maybe
well.
that should be rephrased. Or at least don't Google it that way. Because trans madness could mean something else. I'm not saying it's not a good time.
She also says, love the shirt, Alan.
Thank you. This is from a haunted house called Castle Blood, which are friends of mine.
Halloween Hollow Haunted Attraction says we had 2 baby girl goats tonight.
Wow.
Horror Beans says,
Okay.
love the plant monster concept. Reminds me of old school comic monsters as a kid.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of really fun stuff. I'm very excited. I told Shannon the other day that I was getting excited for TRansworld, and that made her more nervous.
Halloween Hollow, Paul Bennett says hi.
Hello, Paul Bennett.
Horror Beauty says, love the plant monster concept. Reminds me of, oh, we said that already. Vro says, oh, very cool. Can't wait to see the vids.
Alexa, what's 27.5 divided by 2?
27.5 divided by 2 is 13.75.
Ezekiel says, we're in summer. Steve Doleshaw says, looking forward to having a beer with you all at TRansworld.
Hooray.
Big Dad Tattoos is like, I want to adopt a koala bear. Ooh.
Don't call them
Starting
bears.
fights already.
Don't call them bears.
Oh.
Ezekiel gets upset. Alexa, what is 29.75 divided by 2?
29.75 divided by 2 is 14.875.
Wanda, not So you're saying it's almost 15? Got it.
15.
Scott Coulthard says, can't wait for TRansworld. Vro says, when does TRansworld start?
I don't know. I gotta get busy.
Well, the Creepers meetup at TRansworld is the 18th on Friday.
Friday night on the 18th is a Still Peace Live Creepers meetup. We've rented a room in the hotel.
In the Marriott Grand.
In the Marriott Grand
which is the host hotel, I guess.
That's an expensive hotel. What are you doing?
It's the host hotel. I didn't pick the hotel. Brendan Lodwin says, my 18-year-old dog does not like the noise from the shop. Guess it's time for a new dog.
Oh! I'm sorry to hear that.
Jennifer Pugh says, my ALEXA just gave the same answer.
Good.
Chad Smith
They're
says,
on the same team.
Chad Smith says, the TW hustle is real. Howdy, y'all.
It is real.
Big Dog says, hello, Alan, Stacey, Rue, and Creepers.
Hello, big dog.
Big Dog says the 17th is when it starts.
Yeah. It's like St. Patrick's weekend,
Yeah.
basically, is it?
Jordan Easel says he's massaging his papa's feet. Probably won't get many comments in. Also, hi.
That's, you know what? That's very kind of you.
Yes.
Give him an extra 3 minutes for me. But use your hands, because that'd be weird.
Cat Swift says St. Patrick's weekend. Horror Beauty says thanks. Big Dan Tattoo says, oh, the Marriott, big pimpin'.
Apparently so. Give her the company card, she goes crazy.
I know. Trying to get a bartender up in there and everything. It's gonna be great.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Well, we're not buying drinks for everybody, but we'll have a bartender there to serve them. You can buy your own. Jennifer Pugh says TRansworld tickets are $95 this year. Jeez.
Yes, and you know what? If it's not a business, I get where that's kind of expensive. And you know, if you're a haunted house and you're taking, I don't know, like
A bunch of people.
10 people, yeah, that does get expensive.
Zombie army and taking 1,000.
If you consider what it costs to go to like IAPA, as far as because this is the show for the haunted attraction industry. It's a work trip. Everything I spend there is it's work for a lot of the folks. If it's a hobby, then yes, that does get to be expensive. I fully get it. We have one of those weird jobs where people do our job for fun in their spare time.
Mm-hmm.
Like plumbers don't have that. Like no one goes and fixes toilets for fun. You know.
Generally speaking.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say nobody.
Big
But
Dan
it's
Tattooer says, is that a camel foot?
Kind of. It's a big cloven hoof. So it's going to go on a couple things. You know, a big demon foot, whatevs.
Help Me Rhonda says, I'm back. I was cooking dinner. I just changed my name. I was Rhonda Toy.
Okay,
Well,
I gotcha. You stole a fist bump then.
no. You
I
can't
won't
get
even
this
call
call.
the authorities.
Ezekiel says, I'd pay $500 to go to TRansworld this year if I could.
You know, it's a... Yeah, and as a business, for what you get, it's not a bad deal.
Chad
We're
Smith
gonna
says, I'm
miss
going to
you
miss the
guys.
Creeper meetup. I'm a little bummed. I won't be there till Saturday.
Aw,
Sorry,
who's that?
Chad.
Chad.
Well, we'll see you.
We'll see.
Big Dog says, I buy stuff I don't need but want.
Yeah. Well, I get stuff you don't need, but want.
The struggle with organizing the Creepers event is when to do it so that the most people could possibly be there.
And I can go.
And Alan can go. And like Thursday, not everybody gets to the show because it's on a weeknight. But it's the first night of the show.
Wednesday would be the best night for
Yeah,
me.
Wednesday would be the great.
No one will be there.
I really hope Friday is not the day of the City Museum.
Yeah, like
Yep.
there's no night that doesn't overlap with something.
All of that
And-
information is out there.
It is.
Yeah.
I could find that out.
You could find
I
out.
really hope it doesn't because somebody
I mean,
might be mad at me.
It's 7 to 10:30, so like
It's not all night.
yeah, or 7 to 10 or 7 to 10:30, something like that. It's not all night. Come by, say hi, like, and then go to City Museum if you want to.
I was saying for me.
Yeah, I'm saying for you. Come by, say hi, and then go to City Museum. Michael Frey says, hi guys, greetings from Ohio.
Hello! Alexa, what's 28 divided by 2? Again.
28 divided by 2 is 14.
Jennifer Pugh says, the boyfriend just bought a portable escape room from Legends. We're going every day this year, so I'll get my money's worth.
Sweet.
Cat Swift says, great interview with the folks in charge of TRansworld and their explanations of the price increase.
Well, I don't know if you guys are on social media, but like you see all over the place how restaurant prices are going up for their costs. Everything is just going up right now, unfortunately. Alexa was 29.5 divided by 2.
2,529.5 divided by 2 is 1,264.75.
You did a great job, but I messed up. It's me, not you. Alexa, what is 29.5 divided by 2?
29.5 divided by 2 is 14.75.
Help me, Rhonda says, I was the authorities, but I'm retired now.
Hooray!
Cat Swift says, they didn't want to increase the vendors much because they make TRansworld the great thing it is, but at the same time, be fair. Cobweb the Calcic says, hello, creepers.
Hello, Cobamowebs.
Number Vincent says, well, back to work, I'll watch later.
Rue, is there a floppy cloven hoof over there on that table?
There is.
Yep.
Brenda Bodman says, I made something out of pool noodles, a vine thingy. You did similar, but mine is better. I planted real vines in it, and they are growing. My pool noodles are alive, and evil laugh here.
That's awesome. I love that.
Ella's Fire says, hello all.
Hello, Ellis Fire.
Barbara Saletti says, hi all.
Oh, I know what those are.
Hello, Barbara Saletti. They're pumpkin teeth.
Yeah. The other ones aren't. The brown ones aren't.
I think they are.
But they're the other ones. They're not the pumpkin teeth. They're the other shaped ones.
Al Mantra Art says, hello everyone.
Al Mantra Art.
Ba ba ba.
Yeah, they're in there.
Got it.
Barbara Saletti says, thank God for ALEXA's math ability.
Yeah, she saves me.
Ross Richards says, key weebs. Yeah, I am very grateful for that. Creative Doof says, oh good, I need a break from job site stress. Hi people.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, one thing that I'm doing right now is I picked up, once again, attempting to teach myself Spanish. I'm doing the Duolingo.
Oh yeah? Learn anything good yet?
I can say any flavor of person, he, she, boy, girl, eats an apple, like I'm there.
There you go. We did a show in Brownsville once, in a mall.
Sounds like a euphemism.
And the prime thing I took out of that show was gracias por comprar en el Mall del Norte. Thank you for shopping at the Mall of the North.
At one point in time, I could say the whole greeter spiel to Skull Kingdom
In Spanish.
and Terror on Church Street in Spanish and Portuguese.
Ooh.
Had a
13
lot of-
Skeletons says, glad I stumbled onto this tonight.
Hello, 13 Skeletons. 13 Skeletons, have you watched us before? Have you watched us before? We make monsters and stuff. You may not remember if you watch us.
Jordan Easel says, so are those hooves for a costume or a display?
I just like to make hooves. Yes, they're for a costume.
Creative Doof says, also I do have a friend named Caroline. Good time to do the song mentioned because I've been texting her.
Hooray!
Jennifer Pugh says, una limonada, por favor. Hi, Camacho says, yo quiero Taco Bell.
Una limon. I'd like a lemon. One
Yeah,
lemonade,
one lemonade.
please. One lemonade, please. That's what that says.
Dos tequilas, por favor.
Donde está el baño?
Donde está la biblioteca?
El hombre es basura. That man is trash.
Yo soy duermo.
Yeah, I don't know a lot, and they have to speak slow.
Tony knows a lot of Spanish. Like, his Spanish is pretty good, but his accent it hurts me. Like, it
I can
physically
only
causes me.
imagine how bad his accent is.
Oh, God.
Having played an accent-based
Game
with him.
Yeah. It's exactly as bad as you think. I love you so much, honey, if you're watching right now, but
Oh,
I have to leave the room. I can't, I gotta.
without doubt, Tony's awesome. You have to peel those off, or they'll just come off and
Yeah.
make their life suck.
Von Diane says, finally catching alive again. Just shut my truck down for the night. Nice.
Hello.
Cobweb says, talking to the people. 13 Skeleton says, yes, they've watched you before.
What was the answer?
That he's watched before.
Oh, okay,
They've watched
great,
before.
great. Well, glad to have you, sir, ma'am.
Person.
Glad to have you, skeletons of a
Of
number.
indeterminate gender. Chad Smith says, ¿Adonde es el baño?
Oh, but yeah.
I think it's important.
We played that accent game with Tony. And, oh, man.
Bless
Tony's
his
face
sweet
is
little heart. My husband tries really hard,
Alan cheated.
and he does commit. I will give him that.
Alan cheated just because there was cursing.
Right. So basically, you say something in a certain accent or style, and because I don't cuss a lot, when I cuss, it has more impact than someone who, let's say, drops the F-bomb all the time.
He glares at me.
It just has more impact. So if I cuss, they're like, oh, hee 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 hee. You know.
It's funny.
I get 3 extra hee-hees out of it.
He wins.
Why is this one turned to the side?
Rupert got up. Here, I can fix it.
Nah, put that up. No argue with
Don't argue with me when I lie about you.
Big Dan Tattooer says tequila, burrito, taco, enchilada.
Which way do you want?
Yeah, that'll do. There. Thank you.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
I still love the new court system.
Yes, the new court system is lovely.
Yes.
And that is 100%. And what we have is we have USB cable reels up there. 100% Patreon bought those.
Yep.
Thanks,
Like,
Patreon.
that was direct. I got the Patreon monies, and then I bought those.
Scott Kohler says like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, buddy.
Those are 40-foot USB cable reels. They don't have cheap versions.
there is one version.
Right. Yeah, there's one type. One company has them. And these are pricey.
Brenda Bodman says, I ordered those thorny vines from Israel. I'm so happy they are growing. Should be real thorny by the end of June. Bring on the dummies. They'll sneak in to touch them. Field cam is ready.
Wow, that's awesome.
Beth Williams says, hello, Alan, Rue, and Stacy. Hi. Scott Cobweb says, I drop F-bombs all and GDs all day. Same.
I know that you do, sir. I know that you do. You are someone that I know is full of glorious, colorful language.
Scott Kohler says, to help support these shows, join the Still Be Studios Patreon.
He does say that.
Thanks, Scott. Creative Doof says, give me a margarita. That'll put me in my happy place. Jennifer Pugh says, as usual, I'm dropping off early. I'll catch the replay. Good night, all.
Give me 2 pina coladas, 1 for each hand. Set sail with Captain Morgan, never reach dry land. I thought that was about margaritas for a second, and then halfway through singing it, I realized that was the wrong cocktail.
I tell you, don't drink. Jordan Easel says, if ALEXA was infected with a computer virus, I think she'd have a cursing fit.
When I was I agree with you. When I was a rollerblading wolfman in downtown Orlando, there was a bar that was called Chillers. And all that they had was behind the bar, there was like 80 margarita machines with different like concoctions in it. And they were all different colors. And it was nice. Many fun fist fights were seen outside of that bar.
Resurrect Costume says, Alan, sorry to be a pest, but were you able to tackle our sample?
Oh, yes. And do I send me your address? Oh, send me your address because I don't know what it is right now. I'm sorry. Just shoot it to me in a message and I'll have that to you
Cat Swift
probably
says,
tomorrow.
Alan, what will you be doing with that foam? Is it the leg part for the hooves?
Yes, because it's the very bottom of the foot. And
Also, don't forget you gotta shim that out.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to do it unshimmed.
And then see if we have
Yes.
to fix it.
See if it works.
I might like it spread apart like that.
Jordan Musil says, impolite AI. Mr. Jimmy says, Alan, you need to go ahead and pack your ball costume, check it twice, then put it in the van and leave it, so you can't forget any of it this year.
That is true. I was very upset last year. I did not have my ball costume.
Yep.
Still deciding.
Oh, I'm definitely going.
You know what?
Creative
I
Deuce.
think Victor'd be fun at the ball.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
That's pretty classic.
Make it be hard.
Creative Deuce says, Captain Morgan would probably go great in a rum and coke.
Of course, do you really want to see Victor and Bug together?
Well, not like together. The same room.
This could be
David
frightening.
Quintana says, hello everyone, I'm late. Where is TRansworld going to be?
TRansworld is always in St. Louis. And it is, TRansworld's in St. Louis.
John C. says, who else can start a sentence with when I was a rollerblading wolf fan?
It was a good period
When
of my
I was a
life.
rollerblading wolf
I
fan.
think he's the only one.
Oh, see, that spread's not bad. I don't mind that. Once I paint in there, that's not terrible.
Are we foam filling?
Yes. Right now I've got floppy hoof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Resurrect Costume
Still
says, I
looks-
bought my ball tickets.
Wrong.
Don't say it.
Rylan Burdett says, are
Just
those,
said wrong.
are
Use
those
fewer
hooves for a
words.
Krampus costume? Are those hooves for a Krampus costume?
Yeah, no. These are for a pan costume, a stilt pan costume.
And they will be for a Krampus costume later.
What they're gonna
I
they're for
guarantee.
anything that needs hooves.
Big Dog Mask says, sorry, I bought the werewolf mask at TRansworld.
They are an element. You did. He bought the mask I was gonna wear. Once I figured out I forgot to bring my regular mask.
Thank you, Scott Kolar, for the
Which was
TRansworld link.
also the mask that I was going to wear.
Cobweb says, March 17th through the 20th.
So,
Y'all planned that poorly.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I did a lack of planning.
What we have here.
We each had-
The planet cake.
had two plans. Both of those masks were the first two masks to sell.
Cobwebs for the dates.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, so these will be used on a Krampus, and they will be used on a Minotaur at some point. Rue, would you hand me a garbage bag from under here? A big, thick one?
Big one.
You know, moisten my inner hoof.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
It's gonna cost you extra.
I know what I meant. I know exactly what I meant. And what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful, 100%.
You have are not packaged.
A whole bag of nerves. I must get a little sword.
Little sword?
We'll call it a knife.
The tiny S word.
Oh, refraining.
Resurrect Costume says, where does the foot go?
Hey, leave my tiny sword out of this. So this goes around the bottom of the stilt. So technically the foot goes on top of this.
So I joined a post-apocalyptic Facebook group on.
Like real or like
Which one?
No, it's just like costume. I don't know, post-apocalyptic something.
Okay.
Right. And I shared some pictures of the APOC costume,
Yeah.
stilt costume, and it got a lot of good reactions.
Oh. Cool. Jordan Easel says, what kind of clothing do you like for Krampus to wear? A red suit with white trim, just a hairy body, or a loincloth?
I don't. I like me a full naked hairy Krampus.
But that's not what the U.S. expects.
Well, yes. Since the Krampus movie, the American Krampus is often portrayed with a robe, a big hooded robe. That's the norm.
American Krampus.
Stay away from me, American Krampus.
Terrible.
I got
Krampus, let me be.
Now I'm gonna shoot water into my hoof.
That's can
Field Walker Mask says, hello from Scotland.
Hello, Field Walker Masks.
Brenda Bottom says, I can start a sentence with when I was chopping up the bodies in my basement. Oh wait, did you mean a skating werewolf costume? Never mind my basement story. What basement?
It was, that's right.
Tina Boder says, hi everyone. Wedge9986 says, I haven't been able to watch your live streams lately. I'm really happy to see you live tonight.
I thought that was just gonna stop. I haven't been able to watch your live streams lately, and I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So are we. We're glad you're here too, Wedge.
Yeah.
Cobweb says, full on Chewbacca freeballing.
Yes? Yes.
Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
So, things that
Starting now.
things that Alan says that mildly annoys his wife. I'm gonna say mildly.
Did you tape over your holes on the front there?
That's fine. So, on an episode of Night Court,
Oh.
which as a kid, that was like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Okay, I know why. Two reasons. One, I liked Harry Stone. Like, I thought he was funny. And second, Kevin Peter Hall was in it. And he was of course, he played the Predator. So, but anyway, in one episode, Harry's father, who was also Gomez Adams, in one episode, he mentioned that he did not have any underwear on, and he said that he was al fresco, which I did not learn until later meant eating outside. But
You just internalize that phrase.
yes. So now, if you don't have any underwear on, in my head, I am al fresco.
Not going commando.
You know, I don't like calling it commando because I'm way less brave when I don't have underwear on.
See, I grew up hearing it called regimental.
Oh, that's different.
Creative Duke says a naked Krampus would scare the kiddies into being good. Mrs. Claus probably feeds him cookies and pies for his services.
Yeah.
Ike Camacho says, is there one or a few Krampus movies that you recommend over the others?
You know what? There is a really fun Christmas horror story, and it has William Shatner in it, and it has a Krampus in it, and that's actually pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Krampus 1 or Krampus 2.
You like that Boogaloo?
Yes, all the Boogaloo even. Not a huge fan of those, but yeah. But anyway, I say al fresco. That's what I say.
Cobweb says, love the whole cast of Night Court. Quote unquote going commando.
Yeah, that's what most people call it. I do far less commando-y things. You know, A zipper is a scary monster with 72 metal teeth. I would like something in between me and that. Thank you very much.
Randy Bodwin says, I really do chop up bodies in the basement kitchen. It's where I process my chickens after the slaughter. Deer and elk, too. What were you thinking?
Hooray, chickens.
You were thinking of a different kind of wholesale murder.
That's right. So the green is people.
Gray to flesh.
Brown.
Brown to flesh.
Yeah. I think that's a Stan mask.
Yeah.
I think Stan made that one.
Maybe.
And,
Oh, you're leaking out the top.
yeah. I'm going to be leaking all over.
Oh, it looks bad. Oh, the pillow.
Demonetized!
Oh, Poison Zemeck says the Scots told me what's worn under a kilt. Black shoes.
Yep.
And
Patricia
really tall
Hogan.
socks.
Real tall.
Patricia Hogan says, I'll never think of men in kilts without also hearing al fresco now.
Yeah.
Bob Bowie says Christmas Horror Story is real good, better than the actual Krampus movie.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? I like the Krampus movie. That's like one of my top 10 movies. Because it's fun, it's funny, the monster looks cool, the elves look, the art design is great. All of the monster toys in that are really good. And I like how all of the creatures in there are actually from some kind of lore.
Do we, baby? I like it. Fro says, oopsie, got a leak. Jordan Needle says, do you still wear stilts, Alan?
Yes. Yes, I sell stilts that even I can wear.
Larry Hughes is cracking up. Dave Quintana says, I'm not going to say anything.
Don't say it, just don't say
Ready
anything.
Duke says, bodies in the basement. Hey, sounds like it came to the right stream with
Yeah.
the fuzzy balls also making a reappearance.
We're gonna try and go ballless today. But this,
Especially if you're going al fresco.
this here will fill with foam. Both of these will fill out.
You're trying so hard.
The framing is so bad. God.
What?
Trying so hard not to
These are
laugh.
going to fill out. Right now they look a little deflated, but they're going to fill out. And then when we put them on, they will open up a little. Yeah.
Wedge says, I'm roughly the same age as Alan, and there comes a point where going commando isn't as sexy as you think.
Yeah.
Jordan Neal says, what's al
No,
fresco?
chafing.
Al fresco means to eat outside.
Dining.
Yeah, you're going to dine al fresco. Which, does al fresco just mean outside? Because they always say dine al fresco.
Yeah. I mean, al fresco probably means, like, in the fresh air
But
or something.
I've never heard anyone say, I'm going to take a walk al fresco. No one says that.
Resurrect Costume says, divert, divert. Yeah, flip it around, show them the bottom of the hoof. David Quintana says, when creating hoofs, be aware of the dreaded hoof dribble.
That looks so much better.
Does it?
No.
No.
Hey, look, lamp.
Oh, no.
I hope no one's watching this. How many people are watching?
Patricia Hungry says, ballless. Is that related to al fresco? Creative Dude says it's a good Monday night. Cowboy says, we're all going to hell first class.
Mondays are hard.
We'll save you a table, Cowboy.
Yes.
We'll dine al fresco.
Did I set a timer?
Might be a little.
I set a timer
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
Oh wait, this one has the pokey hole. This one has to be on this. When did you set a timer?
Before you started filming? Question mark.
I'm just going to do this now.
Mike Terzanowski says I just
Look
fell
at what
off
Bruce
the
doing,
bed.
everybody. Let's watch.
Patricia Hoggerty says, oh boy, it's one of those nights. Creative Dude says, sign me up. David Quintana says, oof, yeah, right. Zach Whiteman says, what did I come into? Oh, you lined them together. No.
I did, because this one has holes in the back.
Oh,
This one has holes in the back.
Scare Hollow says, ooh, did I pay extra for this? Cassim says, can everyone else see the wheels spinning in Alan's head? He has so many things he's not saying. Oh. Resurrect Custom says al fresco in the open air. You're not wrong. All right, yeah.
I was about to explain to Stacy how if it was flipped over, then this would dribble out
Oh,
of the
God,
hose,
it'd be so
which
much
would
worse.
be bad.
So much worse. Jordan says, whenever someone prepares steak, I must say, let's chew the fat.
Okay.
Zach Whiteman says, quite the thumbnail. Oh, Big Dog, how is it my fault? I neither sculpted nor filmed these.
This is more fun than you would think.
You don't have to tell me. I know. David Cortado says, I needed that laugh. Fun Nine says, now I'm going to start telling people that's people that ask what I wear beneath my kilt, al fresco. Oh, God. Oh, no.
All right, so there we go. We're good now.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Things have gone well. Nothing has gone awry.
Things are
Nothing.
fine. Things
Totally
are
fine.
I have a mask to mold also.
You sure do.
So
Creative Juice says, I'm just here to remind people about things.
I need to go over here.
Yeah.
Big Dog says, you started laughing. I was going to do that anyways. It's not far
She
out
laughs
of my,
about everything.
It's not far out of my way.
She laughs about a lot of stuff that's not even funny. Let's be honest.
Listen.
Stacy, can you find a home for the food
Yes.
after I make myself a
I
little?
was going to say, I'll put it in my mouth.
A little feta cheese, a little hummus, a little pita, and this is.
Listen, don't skip the lemon. The lemon on there is
Oh, I know.
choice.
I'm gonna lemon it up.
I missed it the first time. The second one I was like, ooh, lemon. And it was
Yeah, lemon makes a lot of sense.
yum. Dodge the hanging forest of wires.
Stacy, in about 2 minutes, poke the hoof and see if it's rigid.
Okay.
Poke that hoof.
I will. I will poke that hoof.
Take one for the team.
Take one for the team. Alexa, stop.
Feel it in there. Okay. Rube, you're on more than one surface.
No, I'm not. Telling lies about me now. Oh. I just screwed something up. Oh well. I started painting over my contact cement.
Oh. That's bad.
Gotta do this first. Forgot about that.
Scare Hollow says, this is Troy. This will be my first TRansworld. I can't wait.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, TRansworld is a good time. Now,
Ignore all the damn it, Troy.
Hollow
T-shirts.
says, me too, Hollow.
I
Edson Glutes says, hello, gang.
TRansworld's like it's the big show. Like nothing else is even close to it.
It's kind of a big deal.
I wish I didn't vend. I wish I didn't need to vend, so I could walk around and enjoy the show. I don't even get to see the whole show. I depend on people's walkthrough videos to find out what was for sale there. Because.
Because. Jordan Easel says, who likes lemon with chicken and shrimp? Me. Scare Hollow says, woohoo!
I like mine with lettuce and tomato. Beef
French fried potatoes. A big kosher pickle and a
That's right.
cold draft beer.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty, which way do I steer? Cheeseburger in paradise. Heaven on earth. Bob Bowie says, I'm actually going to TRansworld for the first time this year, too.
Hey, listen. make sure that you guys come by the booth and say hi. We're going to be busy. We're going to be talking to people, but stop and say hi. I'm not too busy to talk to you.
We like it when people say
I
hi.
don't even care if you buy anything.
But you're not
Just-
sculpting
just
this year,
come
right?
and say hi. I don't think I'm sculpting.
So you should have time
Here's
to
how this works.
go and see the
If-
floor.
Well, no, that's need to be in the booth too.
Yeah.
I'm teaching 5 classes.
Yeah.
So 5 hours of floor time
Gone.
and add on 30 minutes on either side of those. So then, plus 5 more hours.
Yeah.
What, wait? Yeah, ugh.
Yeah.
8 to 10 hours of floor time, I'm going.
Steve Dillashaw says, "What's your favorite part of TRansworld?"
It is that many people being in the same room who love the things that I love. That's what my favorite part of TRansworld is. When you're in a giant building or a giant hotel or a giant room with people who love the same stuff that you love. And that's really cool.
Edson Gloop says, "I like bread and butter." Scare Hollow says, "Maybe this year Rue can take a bit of time for you. You can go walk the floor. He'll stand in your booth and tell people to buy stuff or else while you go look around."
It doesn't quite work that way. I wish that I did. I wish that it did.
This one seems like it's firming up pretty good.
And you don't want to trust Rue with that.
So my hoof is as puffy as you would like or not as puffy as you would like.
It's bad. It's so bad.
This hoof is adequately puffy.
Fat puffy hoof?
Fat puffy hoof.
Okay.
And this one is still a little flat.
Why don't you squirt a little more of that stuff in the other one and moisten it down with water really well so it rises.
Oh, I'm fighting.
What?
Nothing.
It's spray foam. All those things are important.
Jordan Eason says, "Lazy Susan." Bob Bowie says, "For sure, I'll tell you how well the stilts did last year."
Yeah.
Where? This one isn't on the back, it's on the bottom. Yes. No. Yes. Where did you put this in?
What?
On the bottom.
The bottom flap. No, that's the second one that I did, so it's not quite as far along.
Okay, well, maybe
Should we
we'll-
wait a little bit?
Yeah, we'll wait a minute.
Okay.
Jordan Eason says, "Is the mount for the phone cam the Ozbot?"
Ozbot Me is what it's called.
Hey, that looks nice. Creative Dude says, "You guys heard anything about any Halloween haunt event scheduled for San Antonio this year?" Google isn't saying much.
It's just not the time to hear about it, I'm afraid. You're really early as far as looking for that kind of stuff.
Scare Hollow says, "I'll make it work."
Boy, that name.
What's that?
It's not Scream Hollow.
Wait, that
Calm
name.
down.
Shh. Don't say that out loud.
It's not the boogeyman. It won't show up here.
Okay, I need to add a little bit of clay down here.
Oh no, his chin fell off.
No, well that's a sacrificial bit.
Did you peel his chin off?
It's just moving it from place to place. And you said Scream Hollow, but it's Scare Hollow.
I did not say Scare Hollow. All right, I did not say Scream
Said
Hollow.
it's not.
I said it's
Oh.
not. He puckered visibly. All right, yeah, it's fluffing out, all right. I think.
There's a fat puffy hoof. What?
I'm adding it to the
So-
list.
Adding it to the list. Things that Alan's not allowed to say.
Creative Dude says, "Okay, thanks anyways. Just figured I'd ask
What did he ask?
if you heard about it."
Oh yeah, it's just too soon. How far are you from College Station? How far is that from College Station, Texas?
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Not terribly.
Like an hour. Maybe an
Jordan
hour.
Easel asks,
2
"Is this a
hours.
mantis?"
It's a praying mantis. Yes, it is a praying mantis.
Jason Herrer says, "Hi all."
Hey, Jason. I'm putting my cord up so that Rue doesn't trip on it.
Hey, raise your hand if you were the last person to trip over a cord in the shop.
Are we counting airlines?
Did I trip over an airline?
You did.
Dang.
You did trip over an airline.
We're not counting airlines, no. Cords.
Cords only.
This is a praying mantis mask. And with all the plants that we're doing, we're also doing some bugs. I don't know that I will have time to finish this mantis mold before the end.
That's okay. Big Dog says off to bed. Night Creepers, Alan, Stacy, and Rue.
Good night!
Night.
Buenos noches.
Yeah, I looked at my reference when I was sculpting this mantis, and before I had the eyes very flat on the front of the face.
Yeah.
And all of the reference had them canted out a little bit, and that changed the sculpt so much.
Yeah.
Massively.
Cat Swift says, Alan, what are the eyes made out of?
Legs, eggs.
Like the pantyhose comes
Yeah.
in? Nice.
These are 100% the eggs that pantyhose come in. I got these when I bought the pantyhose for the spider.
Nice. Multi-purpose.
Mini dolphins, multi-purpose.
David Bootanicles says, mantis are interesting insects.
They are.
Did you see the pink mantis that I added to the board? That's like the
Yes.
what do you call that? Anthropomorphized one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes, that one. If we were gonna do it in a pink color scheme, it would be like that. It looked real cool.
Hold me closer, lady mantis. Ow, my head! That's how that would go.
The female of the species is more deadly than the male. Creator Dude says, praying mantises are pretty cool. Unfortunately, they don't like when I pry them off and try to relocate them from getting eaten by birds or other mantises.
They don't like it.
Mantids.
We had one that was accidentally spray painted silver one
not
year
care.
at the trail. He survived, and his name was Leonard. And then we would have Leonard sightings like throughout the whole haunt season because it was summer build season when he was accidentally painted. And we saw him all the way up through like the beginning of October, running around, being silver, eating things.
As is his way.
Yes, it's the mantis way.
13 Skeletons says, very cool eyes. Poison Sumac says, leaf and dead leaf mantises are very cool looking.
Yes.
You know, I think it's cool looking. Orchid mantises.
We have to touch my fat puppy hoofs.
Oh no.
Stacy, like tap dance or something. I've got to squeeze this hoof.
Listen, they're looking at you, but they're not like
They can't see
they
what
can't
I'm
see what
doing.
you're doing, and that really is for the best.
Nor can they see how much I'm enjoying what I'm doing. There's pretty good depth on this hoof. Rue. A lot of times in plate molds you don't get a lot of depth, but these we got some good depth.
Leonard, Creative News says
That's a
Leonard's
deep
probably
hoof
off
you got there.
doing mantis stuff. Cat Switch says, talking to Brenda.
Just hoof things.
Brenda Bottom says then a lady mantis mated him and ripped off his head and he was gone. as is their way.
Alexa, count down 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Hallie B
Starting
says, howdy
now.
folks.
Hello!
Hi Hallie.
Timing did not work out for us to have Hallie in the shop, or else she would be on hoof watch duty.
Oh.
I need a bucket of it. Okay, Alan, you have 40 minutes. Okay, I have 38 minutes to finish this mold.
You can do it. We believe in you.
Let's do it.
How fast has the plaster been kicking?
Well, I'm using Ultra Cal, so it's not super fast, but it'll be fine.
You're using the same stuff?
Huh? Ultra Cal, not Hydro Cal.
Not hydrocal. Not the hydrocal from camp.
You'll notice, Rue, our brush drawer is overflowing today.
I see that.
The brush drawer overflowed.
If I had a brush drawer.
Hallie says, it's okay, you'll have me back on Wednesday.
Yeah. So for the show, we will need a set of beast feet, Rue.
Yeah.
A set of beast feet for the top of the stilt shelf. We'll need another set of hooves for the top of the stilt shelf. And we'll need a set of boots for the stilt shelf. Which I've already cut the boots.
They're made for walking.
They are made for stilt walking.
And I have the flanged. The one's filled already for the new monster feet
Yes.
thing, and then the other one's right there.
Danielle Wilson says, hi everyone, hope you're all doing well today. We sure are. Thank you, Brenda Bodwin, for our $5 super chat. It says, ALEXA, proudly tell us about the mating ritual of the praying mantis.
Alexa, can you tell me about mating praying mantises?
Here's something I found on the web. According to factorpublic.com, normally, praying mantises mate by the male searching for the female, guided by airborne sex pheromones that provide cues.
Oh, well there you go.
That's it. None of the juicy stuff.
David
All
Patana says,
pheromones.
will you be sculpting the rhetorial for the mantis arms?
See, no, because we're doing all that at an EVA foam. So I guess yes, but mostly it's going to be computer file EVA foam work. And I'm still figuring out, Alexa, stop. I'm still figuring out, would you go touch my hoof and make sure it's not too puffy? If it is puffy, poke a hole in it from the back and let some of the air out. Probably a bamboo skewer.
I don't think it's too... Just wanting it to be its normal size and not...
Yeah. I don't want it to look bloated.
But we're okay if it touches on the inside, because it's gonna...
It's not going to touch on the inside.
Well, no, I
once-
know, but I mean, like, we're okay with it being... I can't even do it with a straight face. It's okay if it touches on the inside here, because of...
If the inside's a little swollen, that's fine. It's going to open right up as soon as we apply.
Okay. I think it's alright.
Nothing I said was inappropriate.
I know.
I think I'm out of UltraCal. I think we're doing an UltraCal HydroCal mix. That'll speed this puppy up.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Yeah, that's, that'll be fun. Hallie B says, speaking of boots, my new platforms came in, so I'll be normal height.
All right.
Brenda Bottom says, that was pathetic, ALEXA. David Quintana says, ah! Cobweb says, airborne pheromones, interesting, nothing about cannibalism. Jason Herr says, heading home from work, see y'all later. Brenda Bottom says, where is your haunt located?
Well, we're in Texas, so we're Plano, Texas. Is Dark Arrow Haunted House.
Rose says, go touch my hoof. That's what he says to everyone.
Not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism.
So by the way, now I know that I'll be able to make this mold in the time that I have.
Guaranteed. Because you're doing risky stuff. Don't fail.
One of the things that Shannon likes is every now and then she'll get a pet video of an animal misbehaving, and it's going to do some sketchies. Hope I get away with it. Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. In the world.
Creative Drew says the cannibalism comes afterwards. Whatever. That all makes sense.
It's like a cigarette, but different. Alexa, would you rather be a boy praying mantis or a girl praying mantis?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Of course you don't.
It's always the tough questions that they avoid.
Patricia Hogarty says cannibalism after is more effective than cannibalism prior.
Depends on what you want out of life, I guess.
Brenda Bodman says Texas. Oh heck, Texas is so small. I should be able to find it.
Yeah.
Or not. What part of Texas?
Plano, Texas.
It's North Texas.
Plano, Texas, just north of Dallas.
Cobweb says, do you have to Vaseline the eyes so they don't stick to the mold?
No.
But you did.
I did.
Bloody FX Makeup says, ooh, pretty sculpt.
Thanks. I think it'll be fine. Normally, I always err on the side of Vaseline.
Creative Doof says, ALEXA would fail as a mantis anyways.
Normally I err on the side of Vaseline too.
It's good, Rue. Rue, you have 30 minutes.
I know.
How is that sucker hair?
Handmade.
Okay. Good. That can
It's
happen.
not a
really,
fur cow.
That can happen really fast. Although I did sew up 3 fur cowls in an hour
Nice.
for Monster. Oh yeah.
Brenda Bodman says, North Texas, I'll be in southwestern Arizona in October. I may drive across and enjoy the haunt experience.
Well, yeah, that's like a mere 14, 15-hour drive.
Mirror.
Cobweb says, it's like chewing on the cow before they make steaks out of him. Bloody FX says, nail tips for teeths? No, they're pumpkin teeth.
These are pumpkin teeth is what we use. Get them on Etsy. Pumpkin teeth, all one word. The guy's name is Bob Connor. And if you put in Allen hops in your checkout cart, you get like a free bag of them. I am now focus.
Chemically committed.
Yes. This is what I'll be doing for the next 25 minutes.
Things are. This is the mold making speed run here.
Would you check the firmness of my hoof bits?
You're firming up nicely.
I don't think hoof bits is a better term for them either.
I thought hoof bits was way more appropriate.
than fat, puffy hooves. Yes, yes, way better. Hoof tips, hoof bits, whatever. Like this one actually didn't get filled all the way. I guess look in the
Poke a little hole
where.
and behind it, go through the foam.
Oh.
I would grab a bamboo skewer, poke a little hole, and inject a bit of foam.
Get down to that.
That was a reach.
Brenda Bodwin says, much better than the drive up here from in North Dakota next to Montana and the Canadian borders.
You know what? I don't know, man. I think for us to get to the Canadian border, it's about the same amount of driving as it is to get to the other side of Texas.
Creative Dude says, I have some plastic pumpkin teeth too. Maybe yours glow in the dark too?
Yeah, these two. I like the glow-in-the-dark ones because they have a degree of translucency, where the white ones are just like solid white.
Resurrect Costume says, I assume he means kicking. Is this the fast kicking plaster?
Yes, this is very fast, chemical reacting, kicking plaster.
Let's see.
Just double check where you're poking to make sure.
Yeah, no, that I got. I just want to make sure I'm not.
Hold the can upside down.
Put a glove on.
Probably a good idea.
David Quintana says, I hope y'all know how much we enjoy being her here even.
Well,
Oh, these are Hallie gloves.
why'd you get smalls?
I don't know, man. We're just on this top of the stack. Ezekiel says, Sir Keith. Brenda Bottom says, hopefully you'll be sending you all a package soon. I found 2 more different Skeletor heads.
Oh.
Legos on clearance and some patterns and sewing stuff. Cool.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
We should have super dry air now. I ran the one compressor air dryer through the other compressor air dryer because I'm not using both.
Resurrect Costume says, oops.
Ooh, that's very brown. What I was expecting at all. Oh, maybe that could use that.
Yeah, so we're going to take a Wendigo to TRansworld, a nice Wendigo costume. I think that'll be awesome.
Reese's Lovely Thought says, yeah, I didn't miss getting plastered.
That's right. I gotta go under his eyes, so
I'm building a 100-degree off-grid prepper homestead in Arizona, a 2-year project. Then I'm giving it away. Then off to Alaska to do it again. So if I'm going to visit your haunt, I'll also do it while I'm in Arizona.
yeah,
That's cool.
that's very cool. What kind of techniques are you using to build it? Is it standard stick lumber construction, or is it like an earth chip type deal, or?
Earth chips are cool.
A lot of times the off-grid stuff uses really cool construction techniques, and I like researching those to see what I can do with them later. And a lot of times me learning stuff about that construction leads to mini breakthroughs in my work here, you know. Like adding foam into the plaster came about when I watched videos on aircrete. Stab it through the back. Stab it through the back, that way when you squeeze it, the air has a place to go. Like get a knife and stab it.
I want to use that one.
Because you got to give the air a place to go, and it's kind of in a latex bag. Hoof sitting is real. Hello, Maddie Madsen. Stacy has her hands full.
Alright.
Her hands are, she's up to her elbow in hook right now.
I had a nickel.
The good thing is that the way that we do them, we just have hair on the back of the leg. So all we have to worry about is front hook.
Creative
You were
juices.
building to do that,
Oh,
huh?
Wendigo. Wendigo costume is a great idea. Maddie Madsen is part of the party, but I'm watching. Hi, everyone. Ezekiel says, give it away to Keith. He needs to move to better weather. John Sheffield says, hey, all, I didn't get notified you were on. I just saw the process.
Sorry, man. I'm glad that you were cruising when we were on then. Like me, this plaster is reaching the end of its usefulness. Okay, now I have 20 minutes, and I think I have like one coat left, so I'm in pretty good shape. Can you try and flatten out that interior? It's not a huge deal, but in my brain, the inside was smoother.
better?
Yeah.
Granted, it's gonna have some flex.
That's great.
That hoof's got some flair.
Let the record reflect. I did not design these.
It looks like a hoof, guys.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
A great big hoof.
So,
It also looks like a hoof.
so hoofy.
Oh God,
What?
the small camera is like up to the wrist.
There it is. Shadow gray. That's what I
Hi!
Don't mind her.
Don't mind me. Just manhandling the hoof. Oh, Carol Borden says hi all. Creative Doof says, are you creating a mold for the Mantis face?
Yeah.
Brenda Bosman says, I haven't decided about building the house build yet. It's more about making it 100% off-grid and making the property support the residents with no need for outside resources.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
I like straw bale construction quite a bit.
I'm a big Cobb fan.
She likes Cobb. I also like Aircrete, and
I am a big fan of Aircrete and the block, the new European Lego block
Yeah.
method. The new European Lego block method is just neat.
Ezekiel says, manhandling the hoop. Yep, that's where we're at.
everyone needs a hobby, guys.
I think we might be close to the point where it's
We're past the point of return.
maybe. This is pretty fun. And Bob always says, Stacy, where are your hands? Hoops.
Oh, those are pillows!
I have a feeling that shadow gray was already heavily watered down with rubbing alcohol.
Maybe.
But I just
Well, shadow gray is really subtle.
Patricia Hogarty says, I got free
Turned
faux
very-
suede fabric samples. And I'm taking the paper off the back so it'll drape better. Nice. Brenda Bottom says it'll be on YouTube next year, step by step with details and full disclosure about cost, how to, and why I'm doing everything the way I'm choosing to do it.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome.
Mention whatever the channel name is if you have one already.
Creative Goose says, how long do you need to let your mold dry before it can be usable?
It's nice to let it dry out for like 2 hours. Some people say the next day, some people say 3 days. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, nobody got time.
Hogarty says, I find that rubbing in glycerin also helps the suede grate more when it's old. Would you use something other than glycerin, Stacey, to make suede fabric feel old and soft? I don't know.
Armor All helps.
Yeah.
Armor All helps quite a bit.
Christian Tyler says, bless you, Stacey. Thank you.
First step when you're applying a new batch is to get it all over everything. You want to re-wet that plaster with plaster. Yep. The chemical compounds in faux suede and faux vinyl and stuff, very similar to what's in your car's dashboard. I use Armor All and latex all the time. I use it on my clay when I sculpt.
We put that stuff on everything.
You put that stuff on everything. Glad you said stuff. Tell you what, Stacy,
Yes, sir.
turn that dang heater off and open the door. I could grow papayas in here. We have a new heater in the shop. Thanks, Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, we got it this summer. It was an air conditioner, but it's also a heater. And man, does it work. Alexa, what's tonight's low temperature going to be?
This evening, you can look for clear skies, with temperatures around 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so it will freeze tonight. That's what's tough here. It's 60 degrees in the daytime, and then in the evening it gets down to, below freezing.
Brenda Bodman says, my home in Wyoming is 100% off-grid. I built it that way. I've been watching so many videos of so-called off-grid homesteaders and or preppers that are full of crap. Fakes make me nauseous.
Yeah. Yeah, see, my plan is to one day, the haunt, I'm definitely going to tie it into the power grid, but that's because I want to do all the roofs as solar,
Nice.
so that it can kind of make me money, or at least balance out in the off season. And in Texas, that's actually, they now let you do that.
Yeah.
They let the electric company pay you, and if I'm not using it for a bunch of other stuff, it might as well make me money.
Jean Medley says, I can't find lemon pledge anywhere. I have pledged moisturizing oil and mold release 2500. Are those okay for release on UltraCal?
Yes. Well, wait a minute. Are you talking about in between the two layers of UltraCal, or latex to UltraCal does not need a release? You do not want any release between your latex and your plaster. I just want to make sure of that. And Vaseline is good in between the two plasters, so you really don't need. I use Pledge as a release from the clay sculpture to the plaster mold.
Soldering iron. Oh, soldering iron, I'm gonna abuse you so hard.
Rude.
What?
What's going on with that?
Jean Medley says, release on Sculpt.
Yeah, just any kind of Pledge is fine. Even the Walmart brand is fine. It's a waxy furniture polish. I have done this layer in about 10 minutes.
Do we have a red glue gun around here?
The red glue gun
Should be in the drawer.
in the glue gun
In
drawer.
the glue gun drawer?
If it's not in there, it's an Allen Super Special drawer.
things.
Ye oldie.
It'll take a while.
Ye cheapy.
Ezekiel says,
How they
enjoy guys,
thought that.
parent duty calls. Hope y'all are awesome. Catch you again soon.
All right, have a good one, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, bub. Well, I thought to do this before I got real involved here.
Brenda Bottom says solar and mini wind turbine combined. Wind turbine combined is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm looking for the lower maintenance. We don't quite have the dust that some places have for the solar, so maintaining them shouldn't be too terrible. And we also don't have, despite this last weekend, we don't have a lot of the snow and ice that a lot of places have.
Normally. Yeah, the mini wind turbines, I like those. I've been looking at those for my folks' place.
I made one of those, 1993
Nice.
out of, we made 3 of them out of car alternators.
I was gonna
Nice.
say I know how to do it out of a car alternator.
We did them out of car alternators for a haunted hayride.
Mike Oliver says, I've heard old hands at SFX mold making talk about how ultrafoul doesn't always need clay walls, and I can visualize how. I didn't realize it turns into mayonnaise before it sets.
It does. It does. It does get pretty thick. But again, I'm using hydrocal now. I ran out of ultracal in mixing up the first batch. So I am using hydrocal, and that gets a little pastier. And for the record, the movie where someone was killed with plaster was Tourist Trap.
Tourist.
Oh yeah, we were trying to think of that the other day.
How are they killed with plaster?
He straps her to the table and covers her mouth and eyes and stuff.
Oh no.
He talks about it burning her, and he talks about his her heart stops from fear before she gets smothered.
Aha. Oh, there you go. Don't do that. Just over here. Massaging the hoof.
Is it awkward hoof time with Stacy?
Awkward hoof time with Stacy. Hi. Hi guys. Mike Oliver says, sorry, came in late. Ike Camacho says, good night, y'all. Good night, Ike.
Stacy, what are you doing with that hoof?
I'm trying to keep it less
What are
puffy.
you doing to that poor hoof? Weirdo.
I did not design this hoof.
It's designed to look like a hoof when it's done.
Yeah.
Like, not in the beginning, middle stages. Hear someone screaming?
I
I
did
did.
hear a wah.
That might have been a Jonesy in the back. So. I think those are the smaller teeth,
Brenda
not the
Bottom
big
says,
ones.
mini wind turbine is almost no maintenance. The combo is more practical because you can hear
Yeah, those are too big.
your wavy with your solar system, which saves you wear on your hot water heater. Keep your water with your solar system. Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't quite have the sun for the black piping hot water heaters. It'll help, but it's not a huge difference.
Oh, he says Stacy's hands disappeared again.
We don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
We
We did the
don't.
job nice, Stacy. Well,
And we don't
spent
judge.
most of it up to the wrist in a hoof.
Stacy, how dare you actually describe your evening? Rue, can I get that screwdriver, gun,
Mixy thing.
Wixa blade?
I got you, Brenda. Brenda.
So I'm mixing mine really hot, meaning extra powder and lots of mixing, because I don't want it to take a long time.
So all of the last few monster camps, I have played a game of how hot can I mix Allen's plaster, and the answer is never hot enough.
Just slap that stuff on there and make the best of it.
I'm mixing it super hot, and all of a sudden he's handing me buckets of water that are from the rinse bucket, and it's like, need it hotter. You're nuts.
Dirty water will kick faster, like dirty plaster water. Your plaster kicks faster than just regular.
The faster plaster kicker.
Nothing makes plaster kick faster than already kicked plaster.
Say that 6 times fast.
So if I could make a bucket out of plaster to mix plaster in, it would be hard to clean.
It would be hard to clean.
These are single-use buckets.
Single-use plastic buckets.
White ones.
What's cool about this Mantis, though, is that I don't have to flatten it out on top very much.
Nope, it's pretty flat already.
Yeah, so with the weather, we've had a very interesting couple of days here.
And mere days ago, we were all trapped in our homes because of ice.
I was literally trapped in because my gate gets iced over,
Uh-huh.
and the gate will not open.
We could not get either of our cars open because they were just totally encased in ice.
Yeah, we get ice here. We don't as often get snow. We got a little bit of snow. Mostly we had ice. I think if you are a friend of mine on Facebook, or you just follow me on Facebook, I posted every tree down here was just covered in ½ inch of ice, and it was beautiful, like a crystal forest, beautiful, but also dangerous.
Deadly.
And a lot of branches break because of the extra weight.
We didn't lose power, fortunately, but friends of ours close by did for a while.
We had intermittent power loss. It did not stay off like for a full day or anything.
Yeah.
It was just enough to annoy you and aggravate you. Because being home with Wi-Fi is awesome. Being home without Wi-Fi is hard. And we did have a full day with no Wi-Fi. Yeah, so this plaster is already this thick.
One tooth I grab.
Friend of Autumn says, nope, no black pipe. I'll let you know when we add it to the Arizona house so you can see how easy and inexpensive it is. It's clear line run under / through your solar panels. Use it spring through fall.
Nice.
Yeah, I think my folks' place is pretty good. They're pretty well situated for both solar and wind turbines.
Yeah.
They cleared a lot of the mesquite that was out there originally, and now there's a lot of big open expanse. And they're well operated off
Wind.
of wind for a long time.
That's pretty common out here.
Yeah.
Mostly it's just an aerator though, you know.
Yeah, we've got Sweetwater, and we own the gas well out there. We're not far. Patricia Hogarty says the trees around Niagara Falls in winter are covered in ice and beautiful.
Yes, the only time I went to Niagara Falls was in February. It's for a haunted house convention that was in Guelph, Ontario, and we flew into Buffalo, New York, and then crossed the border, which next time I'll just fly into Canada. Border folks were kind of jerks. they push all the mean Canadians to the border.
Creative Dude says winter storms Uri and Viola brought us some snow last February. Winter storm Landon brought more cold than ice, but I had to thaw out 3 outdoor faucets. That wasn't fun.
So I'm not doing bad on time. It's 10:02.
Anyway,
So I pretty much have made this mold in my allotted time.
yeah.
I think I'm going to do one more batch though, because they take me about 10 minutes.
Sure.
And I don't feel even. I think I want to add a little more here,
Yeah.
just so it sits a little more level.
As Includes says, hey, I've used treadmill motors for windmills, and I found they actually work more efficiently.
Gonna burn my finger. Gonna burn my finger. Gonna burn my finger.
Don't do it.
Are those largest on there, or are they mediums?
They go all the way up to the, like, past the top of the lid.
Okay. Now before this sets all the way, I'm going to do a batch. I'm just going to do it in this bucket.
Stick it in that bucket. Hello. I'm not up to my roasted hoof right now. Creative Dude says, hey, the Mantis face mold turned into a heart. This is our Valentine's Day mold.
Right.
Happy Valentine's.
Put your phone at the same angle and take pictures.
Mike Oliver says, what? Wait, if increasing the
They're the
proportion
bigger
of
ones.
plaster to water causes it to kick faster, does the decreased concentration of H2O cause it to cure softer or more brittle?
Not really, because where you get your strength from is the crystallization process of the plaster as those molecules lock together and crystallize. So you're not really, the water amount changes your weight and how long it takes to dry out. All that water is going to evaporate out eventually.
Also, they're no longer looking at your face. Let me see if I can do that.
Oh, because I was squatty.
There you go.
There.
Brenda Bogdan says, my house is in northwest Wyoming. Yellowstone is my neighbor. 3,800 square foot home with all modern conveniences, 4 outbuildings and 3 barns, all powered 100% off grid.
That's awesome.
That is very cool.
Yeah, want.
And you know what? What's interesting now is the world is changing in such a way where a lot of the work that you can do is work you can do from anywhere.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to like balance out real estate wise, but I bet it's 50 or 60 years before that happens, where just the nicest places to live, regardless of how many jobs are around there, you know,
Yeah.
are going to be.
Mike Oliver says, cool, thank you.
Oh, glad that hasn't fully hardened yet.
That's what she said.
Heard that. So did the internet.
Way too big.
He right. As usual.
Happens like once a day. Much as I say stuff, it should be way more often. The hard part is going to be not painting that mask, because I really want to paint that sucker. The one you built today.
Oh. Sorry.
I've never painted one of those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have yet, because it was ordered as a blank. They
Yeah.
wanted to paint it themselves,
Yeah.
so sculpted it, molded it, made a blank, sent it to them.
Well, I'm taking 2, so.
Yeah, we're gonna start a pour list for Rue. A pour
Great.
list for poor Rue.
Creative Dude says, hey, speaking of crystals, will there be, or has there been, a prop crystal making video for the Still Beast channel? I could use a 3D prop for future illustrations.
I don't think there are.
No, I've done some eye videos that have some crystal components, but I have not done a crystal making video.
These are at 6.
What? Yeah, that's fine.
They're just a wee bit dusty. Brenda Bobbin says, last year during the drought, I turned on my beast and made my own water. The BLM uses it to add water to the river in my yard for the ranchers downstream.
Cool.
That's cool. 1980 says, just seen an announcement, Walmart's redoing their Motu figs in the aisles this week, maybe in time for the new waves.
Yeah, well, right now, all that I'm looking for is I need the Beast Man from the computer animated series. I have the Revelations Beast Man, 1 or 2, but I don't have the new wave. And I saw Orko and the Sorceress in the stores, but I have not yet seen Beast Man, or else I would buy him.
Creative Dude
I
says,
want the anti-He-Man.
as for the Mantis face, metallic green or brown colors would be awesome.
We're probably going to do green, because that's classic Mantis. We're already like asking haunted houses to take a step out of their comfort zone by putting like a praying mantis monster in the show. So I don't want to ask them to take 2 steps and do like an orchid mantis, which is beautiful and I would love to have, but I don't. I think we're asking too much from haunts, you know.
Maybe next year. We'll see. Brenda Bottom says, it's a
all
20-foot shipping container we turned into one of the largest dehumidifiers there is. It pulls from 1,000 up to 2,000 gallons of water from the air per day. Even in dry climates, it works at night.
That's cool.
Trisha Hogarty says, I just watched today a crystal making video by Bobby Duke. He made a frema with crystals on it.
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Stacy, how are my lumps, my bumps?
Your lovely mantis
My
lumps.
lovely mantis lumps?
Spin it around again.
Who's the low boy?
I think the one closest to you right now.
Yep,
That
I was
guy
about
right
to say the same thing.
1980 says, I wonder if latex would hold up to borax crystals.
It does. It does.
Brenda Bodman says, really, I loved the gray.
Oh, well, yes, they do look good in gray. I think everything looks good black and white.
Yeah.
This mold is plenty thick.
We could make a silver mantis
For Leonard.
for Leonard. Just for Leonard.
See, and now this guy is the low guy.
Yep.
Just by a hair.
That's way much.
Smooth it out, boss.
Yep. There.
David Quintana says, what was the name of He-Man's striped friend?
Cringer or Battle Cat. He-Man's striped friend would be Battle Cat. Adam's striped friend would be Cringer. And I don't think you want to go down the Master of the Universe trivia
you
road
don't
with
want
me.
to play that game. I'm sitting here going, don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. I have yet to name a He-Man character that Alan does not know the name of. Like, I have yet to do it. And I thought I was a big fan. Like, really, really did.
Now, the first episode of the show was called Skeletor's Diamond Ray of Disappearance.
1980 says, Silver Mantis sounds like a Spider-Man villain.
Don't
Yeah.
want to play this game.
Brenda Bodman says, how about yellow? They're a yellow mantis.
There are, but I want to stay in the comfort zone of people.
We're already being weird.
Most people's exposure is to green mantises.
David Quintana says yes.
Oh yeah, you really, really don't want to play the He-Man trivia game with Alan.
Well,
And the only way to win
He
is
will
not to
make
play.
you feel bad.
and like Battle Cat was not even made for that line. They had the mold from their Safari Gym toys.
who would later become G.I. Joe.
And Safari Gym was in the 60s. And they still had the mold for the tiger. And they
Painted it green.
They said it's in the wrong scale, it's too big. They said put a saddle on it, and that is how you got Battle Cat.
Yep.
1980 says, what powers does She-Ra's sword have?
Oh, who cares? It's She-Ra. Probably
I
hope.
knew that was coming.
Probably hope and understanding or
Wow.
some crap and compassion. Who wants
Well,
that?
It changes into stuff.
I want to punch stuff into space. All right, what powers does it have? Whatever it needs to have to get her through the episode. Because she wasn't allowed to hit anyone.
Yep.
She wasn't allowed to hit anyone with the sword, so she was, she was so hamstrung. But anyway, yes, it has whatever power it needs to have in order to get her through the episode. It can make things levitate, it can turn into other animals, yeah, it can do all kinds of stuff. It can make
Duke
wind.
says, Filmation was awesome back in the 80s. Anyone remember the animated Ghostbusters show? That was my happy place.
We just had a big, long conversation about that show.
Which Ghostbusters show?
Real Ghostbusters? That was the
The
best.
one with blonde floofy Egon? Or...
Blind Floofy Egon is the real Ghostbusters, I think.
That's mine.
And
With
the
Slimer.
original Ghostbusters had the gorilla.
Yeah.
And I had a slight preference for the
gorilla.
The Egon?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, because it was a cute gorilla. It wasn't like an angry
yeah.
gorilla. At that point in time, I was reading the Conan novels, and I wanted murderous gorillas.
The gorilla, the Ghostbusters gorilla, that one was. I hate you sometimes.
What?
Was. They did. That was not even related to Ghostbusters, like the movie, at all.
No, but okay, it was related to the movie, The Ghostbusters, that was out in the 50s, like 40s, 50s. That's where the gorilla came in.
Good night, Mike Oliver.
In the height of Hollywood gorilla suitdom.
1980 says Zor was also a big Jim thing. Zoar?
Zor and Screech were the two hawks.
Gotcha. David Quintana's cracking up. Creative Duke says She-Ra was my idol during my toddler years. Good times. The original Ghostbusters villain and Cooley. Edson Gloop said so her sword was like the Wonder Twins' powers. Sorry.
Or like the Sword of Omens.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever it needs to be. Now see, now the Wonder Twins' powers had very specific things. Any form of water, but if he wanted to form into a bucket of water, he also became the bucket. He was the bucket and the water in the bucket. And then she could become any animal. Or maybe it was vice versa. But I'm not a Wonder Twins expert. I tend to confuse them with Tomax and Zaymont, who were the evil twins from G.I. Joe. And not. That really gets G.I. Joe fans mad.
They can hear Mike Square's eye twitching from here.
But the Sword of Omens also had the same power of
Does what it needs to
whatever it needs to be, the mulligan to get them through the episode, it does.
Hey, nice Mantis mold.
Thanks. He's done. He's very firm. Like your hoof.
Brenda Bodwin says, yeah, but human-hating murderous gorillas is too close to Planet of the Apes.
Hey man, Planet of the Apes is fire. And even the new Planet of the Apes series I thought was really good.
Are you just hair away from that being done?
Yeah.
Nice.
He just about got there.
Creative Youth says, yeah, Thundercats and Silverhawks were cool too.
All right. So Thundercats
Thundercats.
were my okay. So the company that made Thundercats also made Silverhawks, and it is that like the team lineup is almost the exact same.
Like, and the bad guys were identical.
Very similar. But they also had land, air, and sea, and they had a show called Tiger Sharks, which were half shark, half people, and they did the same thing. They kind of fought crime also. Tiger Shark was nowhere near as popular. I think it only lasted one season. My favorite of those three was Silverhawks.
I like Thundercats. I don't know that I ever saw any like episodes of the series, but we had the books on tape. Big Chitara fan. You can do it. I believe in you. Lift.
Lift and separate. It's a little too high to get everything I need on it.
You could move it onto the ground. Or onto a lower.
You gonna try that side? You're trying to do it by yourself?
No. I've learned now. Oh,
Teamwork makes the dream work. Victory is yours.
Hooray! I'm trying to get this.
it's funny. Alan and I have learned that if the both of us can't get it out together, we just get the
Yeah, go to
just go get the
mechanical
ratchet
Yeah.
strap. like just go to it because it's not gonna work.
Oh, I've chosen to herniate my discs.
So this was pretty dry by the time you got it in here. It should come out pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be wet and sticky.
I like it wet and sticky.
Rude.
What?
And we're back to the hoof.
No hoof jokes after 10 p.m., okay?
Cool. Good one. Cool. Oh,
I
hey.
immediately go to the Julie Brown song, I Like 'Em Big and Stupid. I like 'em big and stupid. I like 'em big and real dumb.
I'm pretty sure I've never heard of this.
The only man that appeals to me is a Superman with a lobotomy. It's from Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh,
Or, you know what, I also
really?
I don't even know if the song
Wow.
is included on Earth Girls Are Easy or if it's just on the album that she put out for Earth Girls Are Easy. But yeah, she's the gal who wrote all the music for Earth Girls Are Easy.
Did that movie has music?
It does.
I've never actually seen it.
Oh my gosh, it's got baby Jeff Goldblum and
He was also in Attack and Killer
Who
Tomatoes.
has a mile-long tongue?
yes, that's the thing.
Which
And
actually, that scene was actually done by Gene Simmons.
that's hilarious.
For real, that Gene Simmons actually licks the ice cube up off the bottom of the glass.
That's funny.
Like, holds glass, licks the ice cube up off bottom of the
And Jim Carrey.
I don't even wanna know that.
and
Jim who?
Jim Carrey.
Is it Earth Girls Are Easy?
He's in Earth Girls Are Easy.
No. I've
And-
never seen it. It's
Gosh, now I'm blanking on the other guy. Creative Doof says, what was that show that had the holograms come out of the chest armor and allowed them to become animals? I can't remember the name, but it was another short-lived animated series.
was it Supernaturals?
1980.
Or
1980 says, watched an episode of American Pickers. They picked a Hollywood FX family and they were checking out original molds from It and Pet Sematary. I was like, why did you pass on that one? Yelling at the TV.
they're fools.
Resurrect Costume says, I love that movie. Brenda Bodman says, true confession, I've tried. I just don't like any of the Planet of the Apes. None. It's just so cheesy.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom liked them, so they were on a lot. Back when cable was new. And my mother was outraged because it was $20 a month.
Scandal. We never had cable because of
Yeah, we never had cable because they didn't. have it out far from town where I lived.
The legit conversation that we had was it's cable TV or a babysitter. And we're like, no contest.
Cable TV.
We're gonna start fires in the living room while watching cable TV. So
David-
that's what we get.
David Wayans, that's it. I think.
Oh yeah, yep.
I've never seen it. That came around after my I don't watch movies without sword fights or monsters in
Yeah.
it. Although, movie recommendation for everybody here and everybody watching. I watched a movie on Netflix. It's a Russian supervillain movie called Plague Doctor. It was excellent.
Skin and Bones says, hey everyone, been a minute since I've been here. Working too much, and I'm glad to be here and watching.
Hooray, we're glad to have you. Right now I'm just cleaning out a mold. Alexa, count down 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
10 minutes, I'll be done. Rue, I'll hear that tomorrow night.
I think I'm coming out tomorrow night to work on arm candies.
Okay.
Friend of Bodwin says, but then again, I love kilocons from outer space, so what do I know? 1980 says, the scene where he realizes the apes took out the humans while people were stopping.
I got pretty darn close.
You did. So when you hustle, it takes you about 3 hours to knock out, 3.5 hours to knock out a Krampus mask. So
I had some
You
complications.
probably have like an hour left. Was there always complications?
There are always complications.
Always.
Oh, hey, I need to dry brush those horns still too.
But yeah, you did good.
Thank you.
Looks
Dry
good
brush
too.
these horns quick.
I'm trying to pull the trigger on masks leaving the shop that I don't do a lot on.
Yeah.
Like I sculpted it, but Rue is fully capable. Stacy is capable. It's getting people up to speed and getting me to let go of the reins a little bit, which I have to if I'm going to keep doing stuff at the level at which I do stuff.
1980, Creative Doof says, still looking for the series name, but DuckDuckGo reminds me of Skeleton Warriors.
Of Skeleton Warriors? I like Skeleton Warriors, they were good. Which, by the way, when I had no Wi-Fi, thank Tony for me,
I will.
because you know what I had?
Oh, you had the...
I had the Pirates of Dark Water on a jump
That's
drive,
right.
and I'm like, I could watch Pirates of Dark Water on the big screen.
He will be so pleased to
That'll
hear
be
that.
great, because I didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have any internets.
Let me tell you, that is his, apocalypse plan, is to have,
Just gonna
just
sell entertainment.
all kinds of obscure TV shows and movies and stuff saved on hard drives and be able to transfer them.
So here's another one that I loved as a kid. Apparently, Vaseline was overrated. Unless you are Orlando Jones. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors.
Warrior.
Yes, I really love that one.
You know what I have on DVD that is kind of awesome?
What's that?
Friday the 13th, the TV show.
Oh, the series?
The series. I have
1980
all
says
of it on
Visionaries,
DVD and it's
Supernatural.
amazing.
Visionaries, yeah. Supernatural. That was it. And so there was another toy line. There were two toy lines that almost no one remembers. And one of them was, you hit a button on their back and they were like vacuum form, and whatever their puffy thing was sucked in
I
and
remember
became
that.
a skeleton, and one was like a lion, and they all like turned into zombies because you can only suck in. So what can you go to?
That was a cool set, though.
Yes, and some of those
I
toys
totally
they still
remember
work.
this. Yeah.
But anyway,
Because
yeah.
they didn't build junk when we were kids.
Creative Doof says, I kind of wish that I got into Mighty Max.
And there was one. Yeah, that guy freaked me out. The guy on the commercial. Wait, Mighty Max?
Mighty Mac,
Not Micro Machines.
The Micro Machines Speed Talker.
Yeah, I didn't like him. Yeah, Mighty Max. I remember Mighty Max.
Mighty Max.
Yeah,
There was-
I think maybe I remember Mighty
There was
Max.
another toy line that was called Rocks versus Bugs, or Bugs versus Rocks.
You know, I sure don't remember the kid or I guess the main villain from Mighty Max, but I sure do remember the weird little bird guy with the like Fu Manchu going on.
Yeah, they aimed the bird guy at you.
You're the one.
Yep, just me.
I wanted Space Ghost Monkey, Snarf,
Narf.
Orko, and Scrappy Doo to have a steel cage match. And I wanted all of them to die.
Orko.
Yeah. Yeah, he just caused problems. He couldn't pull his weight.
Orko was terrible. Like I'm trying to defend Orko, but no.
We're cracking up, Brenda.
Rocks versus Bugs.
I did love Orko, but
I never liked them. But I didn't like any of the good guys.
yeah.
And like Skeletor didn't have, like, Mumra had Mamut. You know?
Yeah.
Mamut was, when the team lined up, Mamut, Fart Snarf. Fart Snuff.
Birds, oh God.
Fought Snarf. That's hard to say.
It is.
That's what Mamut did. But Skeletor did not have like a. And Hordak had a little Horde imp. Remember the little
It had a
Horde imp?
name.
Yeah, see, but that was a affectation of the She-Ra show because She-Ra had that little glimmer, I think
Yeah,
it was,
glimmer.
who they hid in every episode.
1980 says Polly Pocket was the girl version. Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
Oh,
listen,
okay. Now I know what Mighty
the thing
Max
that
was.
is solely to blame for my obsession with tiny detail stuff is absolutely Polly Pocket.
That
They had these little, like, clamshell houses with all this just teeny, and the Polly Pocket dolls themselves were as big as your thumb knuckle. I mean, like,
Yes.
teeny tiny. And these whole little compact, portable play sets you could take with you. I love those. And when they made her giant and her clothes all stretchy, I was like, what is this? Creative Doof says, thank you. It was called Visionaries Knights of the Magical Kingdom. 1980 says, Burbles were cannon fodder. 1980 says, looky. Brenda Bogman says, what, no Mr. Rogers in that cage? You scared to include him?
Which cage?
The cage
Oh.
match with...
Mr. Roger, he's not a comedic sidekick.
He's the best.
I was never a Mr. Rogers fan. I felt like I was too old for Mr. Rogers.
Listen, he likes you just the way you are.
In many ways, though, like as a 10-year-old, I was 40.
Yeah. Tina Boner says, head to bed. Thanks for the laughs. I hope you have an amazing TRansworld time.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
This is me pulling out teeth with a set of pliers. Literally, that's what I'm doing.
You look good, Rue.
Thank you.
Okay. This is clean enough for government work, as they say. I'll get him cleaned up tomorrow and get a pour.
Creative Juice says, both Skeletor and Mumra probably hang out somewhere and drink a few cold brews with Prime People from the Ghostbusters show. I asked Alan Oppenheimer if that was possible.
All right, gang. So, why don't you go to tripod cam only? Stacy, now that you are clear of the hoof, please say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Rue.
Good night, Rue.
Of course, I say goodnight, and I say, go make stuff.
Go make stuff!